What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's dive right into our first news. Aljamain Sterling shared his thoughts on the close fight between Merab and Petr Yan, admitting that he initially thought Merab had edged out a 3-2 victory. Sterling explained that in real time, he felt Merab may have taken the first 3 rounds, even though he recognized that each round was extremely close. "I just thought we edged it out," he said, recalling how the early part of the fight unfolded. He noted that by the 4th round, it became clear that Yan had won that one, and as the 5th round progressed, Yan seemed to gain control, making the final score understandable, but surprising to some observers. Sterling admitted that he originally expected a 3-2 win for Merab, but the judges scored it 4-1, giving the fight to Yan. "I'm not super mad about it," he said, acknowledging the decision while still reflecting on how a 4-1 score almost made him question what he had been watching. He emphasized that it was a very close fight overall, and that Yan performed exceptionally well. Sterling also noted that Merab didn't quite look like himself during the fight, which may have influenced the outcome, but he was careful to give proper respect where it was due. He praised Yan for the aspects of the fight he executed effectively, giving props to the champion for his skills and strategy. Sterling's comments highlighted the competitiveness of the match and the narrow margin that can separate victory from defeat at the highest level. He made it clear that while he might have personally leaned toward Merab in a few rounds, Yan's performance deserved recognition, and the decision should be respected. Throughout his breakdown, Sterling kept a measured tone, acknowledging the skill and effort from both fighters, while giving a candid insight into how close the contest felt from his perspective. He emphasized respect for Yan's victory, while still noting Merab's efforts and the fact that he didn't appear fully himself in the fight, painting a balanced view of a high-level, tightly contested bout that left fans debating long after the final bell. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to support the channel. Moving on to another news, Tom Aspinall has reacted to the chaos of the UFC 323 card, and his response to Alexandra Pantoja's nasty arm injury says it all. Aspinall admitted that he simply couldn't keep watching after seeing the brutal moment unfold. As soon as the injury happened, he let out a shocked, "Oh my God, that's disgusting." He winced, looked away, and shook his head, clearly disturbed by how bad it was. After a second attempt to look at the replay, he immediately pulled back again, saying, "I don't even want to watch it again. That's 2 times enough for me, Jesus." He even added a comment about Pantoja's coach, saying, "Billy's not having a great day, is he? God." Aspinall then spoke about how heartbreaking it was to see a title fight end like that. He said, "What a bad way to end a title fight. What a bad way to lose your belt. What a bad way to win the belt as well. Just not very good all around." The disappointment in his voice showed how much he respects high-level competition and how upsetting it is when a championship bout ends because of an injury rather than a decisive moment. When asked for his pick for Fighter of the Year, Aspinall didn't hesitate. He chose Ilia, calling him unbelievable and someone who still has many great years ahead of him. He explained, "For me, the fighter that stands out is Ilia. I just think he's unbelievable, and many more years to come in this world. I think so." His praise was direct, confident, and full of admiration for the featherweight champion's skills, mentality, and rise through the division. Aspinall was also asked about the best knockout of the year, and again he went with a moment involving Ilia. He admitted he might be biased because he was there live, but he chose Ilia versus Charles Oliveira, calling it one of the best knockouts he's ever seen in person. He said, "The atmosphere in there that night was incredible, so I'm gonna go for that this year." Moving on to another news, Sean O'Malley has accused Petr Yan of avoiding a long-awaited rematch, even after reclaiming the world title at UFC 323. O'Malley believes that regardless of what happens in his upcoming fight, booking a second showdown with Yan may be more difficult than it should be. Their first meeting back in 2022 ended in major controversy, with O'Malley taking a razor-close decision in Abu Dhabi. That win launched him into title contention, eventually leading to him winning the belt. After one defense, he lost the title to Merab and then dropped the immediate rematch, slipping temporarily out of the spotlight. But now, with Yan back on top, O'Malley has a strong argument for running it back, especially with so many fans still debating the original result. Before any of that can happen, O'Malley must first face Song Yadong next month at UFC 324, marking his first 3-round fight since meeting Yan. However, Yan didn't sound enthusiastic when O'Malley's name came up in post-fight discussions at UFC 323. Most of the chatter focused on a potential trilogy between Petr Yan and Merab, given how one-sided each of their wins were. When asked about O'Malley, Yan brushed off the idea, even cracking a joke about O'Malley's appearance, saying he once called him a lady from a corner and claimed O'Malley supposedly tried to change his look afterward. Yan laughed it off, saying O'Malley still looks the same and questioned why he would need to fight him at all, insisting he wants opponents who show improvement. O'Malley addressed those comments on a new episode of his YouTube podcast. He explained that his coach Tim Welch showed him a clip of Yan laughing at the suggestion of a rematch if O'Malley beats Song. According to O'Malley, Yan has dodged the idea every time it has been brought up, even before UFC 323. O'Malley made it clear he doesn't think Yan is afraid of him, but feels the champion uses excuses, claiming he isn't deserving or good enough. O'Malley argued that defending the belt against someone you believe is unworthy should be the easiest decision to make. He pointed out that he faced Chito Vera for his title defense, proving he's willing to fight tough challengers. Yan, meanwhile, has mentioned rematches for Merab and Umar Nurmagomedov, but continues showing little interest in O'Malley. For now, O'Malley says his focus is on Song because the fight is no easy task. However, he made it clear that if he gets the win, he intends to push hard for another shot at Petr Yan, hoping to settle the score once and for all. Moving on to another news, Joanna Jedrzejczyk has released a strong and emotional statement following her heated altercation with Jamahal Hill at UFC 323. The incident went viral after cameras caught Hill shouting at her, threatening to knock her out if she touched his partner. In the video, Hill can be heard saying, "I'll knock you the fuck out. If you touch my girl, I'm going to knock you the fuck out," while Joanna immediately fired back with, "Yeah, you will." Seconds later, Hill responded with a firm period as security rushed in to separate them before things escalated further. Although the full context of the situation is still unclear, Joanna took to Instagram to address the moment. She didn't mention Hill by name, but the message was clearly about the incident. She wrote that she's worked incredibly hard throughout her life and career to build her reputation, and being involved in a public altercation like this left her embarrassed. She explained that when someone uses her name falsely or spreads something with no truth behind it, she will always defend herself, and she does not deserve to be threatened for doing so. Joanna emphasized that she is a strong and capable woman who has trained in self-defense her entire life and has a platform many others don't. She expressed compassion for women who face disrespect or threats without the power or resources to speak up. She said she stands for truth and expects more from people in general, especially athletes in the sport she dedicated her life to, including former champions who should know better than to behave in such a way. She thanked UFC security and staff for their professionalism during the situation and stated that, as far as she's concerned, the matter is closed. She wished everyone a happy and healthy holiday season, choosing to move forward without further public conflict. As of now, Hill has not commented publicly. Attempts to reach his management reportedly received no response, and the UFC has also remained silent on what happened. Both Joanna and Hill are well-known figures who appear regularly at events, making this confrontation even more surprising as fans wait for more clarity on what sparked the ugly exchange. Moving on to another news, Raja Jackson, the son of former UFC star Rampage Jackson, has posted a strange and concerning message on Instagram. Ever since the incident involving pro wrestler Psycho Stu, where Raja was accused of assault, he has stayed mostly silent on social media. The only thing he had shared in recent weeks was a simple post wishing his mother a happy birthday. But over the weekend, he broke that silence with a bizarre and emotional Instagram story that quickly caught attention. In the story, Raja wrote, "To be honest, I do feel like I was Jesus Christ in a past life. If I'm being seriously honest, I'm broke and kind of homeless right now. I'm being dead serious." The message shocked fans, not just because of the comparison to Jesus, but also because of his admission about being financially broke and struggling with where to stay. It hinted at deeper personal issues, creating concern for his mental health and overall well-being. Raja is currently dealing with serious legal trouble, as he recently pleaded not guilty to the assault charges from the incident with Psycho Stu. If he's convicted, he could face up to 7 years in prison. The timing of this Instagram message has people wondering whether he's feeling the pressure of the case or dealing with something even larger behind the scenes. For now, fans are hoping he gets the support he needs while he prepares for what could be a long and difficult legal process. Moving on to another news. New footage has surfaced of Conor appearing to teach boxing legend Mike Tyson how to box, creating a moment fans never expected. In the clip, Conor focuses on body mechanics, explaining how great boxers set traps by mixing levels. He points to how fighters like Canelo and Joshua go low to the body, then snap shots high to break rhythm and force reactions. Conor demonstrates the motion slowly, showing Tyson how he shifts weight, drops his level, and fires upward with precision. He continues, saying that many people in boxing step forward too obviously, giving away their intentions. Conor highlights how he prefers to jump into range instead of walking in, creating surprise. He explains that when you jump in, you land right inside your opponent's space, allowing you to fire clean counters before they reset. As he moves, Conor tells Tyson that this small adjustment can completely change how exchanges unfold. Tyson listens closely, laughing at times, but clearly impressed by the technique breakdown. Conor keeps showing the simple mechanics, lowering the shoulder, lifting through the hips, and timing the strike right as he closes distance. He emphasizes that even a basic move becomes dangerous when paired with explosive entries. Tyson nods as Conor repeats the motion, demonstrating the difference between stepping forward and launching in with intent. The moment blends teaching, fun, and mutual respect, capturing a rare interaction between two iconic combat sports figures. Moving on to another news, Joshua Van has made it clear that he's ready for whatever challenge the UFC puts in front of him, whether it's Tatsuro Taira next or a rematch with Alexandre Pantoja. After watching Tatsuro's impressive TKO win over Brandon Moreno, Van admitted that Tatsuro looked sharp, composed, and fully deserving of the attention he's getting right now. He said Tatsuro approached him backstage and the two had a brief interaction that Tatsuro interpreted as a sign that their fight is already on the way. Van laughed at that idea, but didn't dismiss it, saying he respects the confidence and understands why Tatsuro feels the matchup is inevitable. Van explained that he thought Tatsuro looked great and that he's absolutely open to fighting him next if the UFC decides to go in that direction. He repeated multiple times that he's ready for any opponent and that he's not here to pick and choose, reminding everyone that being champion means being prepared for all comers. At the same time, Van made it clear that he also wants to give Pantoja a fair rematch. He said, I am the champ now, but I do want to give Pantoja a rematch for sure, showing respect to the former champion while acknowledging the unfinished business between them. Van said that at the end of the day, it all comes down to what the UFC wants, and he's completely fine with that. He trusts the matchmakers and is confident that any matchup they present will be exciting for the fans and challenging for him. Whatever it is, man, they got my number, Van said, keeping his tone relaxed but confident. He emphasized that he's not running from anyone, whether it's Tatsuro stepping into title contention or Pantoja coming back for redemption. For Van, being champion means staying ready, staying sharp, and giving the division the fights it wants to see. Moving on to another news, Merab ended up in a hilarious situation after he got completely lost in a parking lot and needed help from a fan to find his car. In a short clip, Merab appears on camera saying, "Hello guys, it's Merab with Raul," as he introduces the fan who stepped in to rescue him. Raul gives a friendly, "Hello," and then Merab asks the young girl with them, "And what's your name?" She replies, "Kyla," and Merab repeats her name with a smile, trying to keep the mood light despite being confused about where his car actually is. He explains that he parked somewhere nearby, but has absolutely no idea where the car ended up. He laughs and says Raul offered to drive him around until they find it. "Thank you, R," Merab says, appreciating the help. Raul starts driving slowly through the parking lanes while Merab films, joking that they're going to find him by car, as if he's searching for himself. Then Merab adds a classic line, saying, "That's what happens when you get punched too much times. You know, I park somewhere and I can't," before trailing off into laughter. The moment perfectly captures Merab's fun personality, showing how even a top-level fighter can end up in a completely normal, relatable struggle like losing his car and relying on fans to help him out. Moving on to another news. Donald Trump has made a massive claim about the upcoming UFC White House card, saying there will be 8 to 9 championship fights stacked all on the same night. Speaking with excitement, he said the event is set for June 14th next year, and that an arena is already being built specifically for it. He praised Dana White, calling him the great Dana White, and explained that Dana is building an arena right on the White House grounds for this historic card. Trump said, "They're going to have 8 or 9 championship fights, the biggest fights they've ever had. Everyone's a championship fight, and everyone's a legendary type of fight." He went on to say that Dana is actually holding back major fights for 6 months just to load up this event and make it unforgettable for UFC 250. Trump believes the card will be something fans have never seen before. He described the setup, saying the arena will hold around 5,000 to 6,000 seats right in front of the White House entrance, creating an unreal atmosphere for the live crowd. Behind that area, he claims there will be space for around 100,000 people, with 8 to 10 huge screens being installed so fans further back can still watch the action. Trump said the energy and excitement for the event is already building, with countless people asking him for tickets. He described June 14th as a night that will go down in history, not only for the UFC, but for sports as a whole. According to him, the scale, the venue, and the number of championship fights make it unlike anything the promotion has ever attempted. That's it from MMA Pulse News. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for your daily dose of MMA news.